It's time to impress and be spooky all at the same time. Halloween is in a few days, and instead of impressing people the normal way, with scary costumes, let's instead increase your knowledge and give you 10 interesting facts to tell people during Halloween. Let's begin with fact number 1, the history of Halloween. The holiday dates back to over 2,000 years ago, to a tradition celebrated by the ancient Celtics. They celebrated a holiday called Samhain, which means summer's end. On October 31st, they would have a festival celebrating the last day of the fall harvest, before the harsh winters fell upon them, which were often associated with death. Due to the changing seasons, many believed that the boundary between the worlds of the living and the dead became blurred. This caused many people to believe that the dead would return to Earth on this day as ghosts. During this festival, the Celts would light a sacred bonfire and wear costumes out of animal skins to trick or ward off spirits, which is very different to how Halloween is celebrated today. Now on to our second fact. People used to carve large turnips instead of pumpkins to create jack-o'-lanterns. Then what propelled the use of pumpkins to create jack-o'-lanterns was the republishing of the famous story, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, in 1858. As we are on the topic of jack-o'-lanterns, let's dive into our third fact. The history of them. Jack-o'-lanterns come from an old Irish legend about a man named Stingy Jack. In this legend, Jack ends up tricking and trapping the devil 2 different times. Both times, Jack promises to release the devil if he leaves him alone, and will not take his soul when he dies. The devil agrees, and when Jack eventually dies, God denied his entry into heaven, because he didn't want such a conniving person. The devil stayed true to his word and did not take him to hell. This caused Jack to be sent off into the night, with only a burning coal to light his path. He placed that piece of coal into a hollowed-out turnip, and was doomed to roam the earth forever as Jack of the Lantern. Number 4. Reese's Cups are America's favorite Halloween candy. According to candystore.com, Reese's Cups are at the top, followed by Skittles and M&M's. Let's keep the candy parade going for fact number 5. The Halloween candy you should avoid this year, due to being ranked the worst Halloween candy, is none other than circus peanuts, with candy corn and peanut butter kisses following right behind. On to number 6. The fear of Halloween is classified as Samhainphobia. As you may know now, the word comes from the ancient Celtic festival Samhain. After 2022, will you be frightened by Halloween? Number 7. Trick-or-treating was inspired by a tradition that was performed during medieval times. That tradition is called souling. On All Souls' Day, children would go door to door offering prayers for the residents' deceased loved ones, in exchange for gifts such as food, money, and ale. Receiving ale might seem exciting, but it doesn't compare to getting a king-size candy bar. Now on to fact number 8. Candy was not handed out to trick-or-treaters until the 1950s. Trick-or-treaters were often given pieces of cake, fruits, nuts, coins, and little toys. However, after the 1950s, candy makers began to promote their special Halloween edition candy, eventually making candy the go-to treat for trick-or-treating. To fact number 9. Did you know some states and cities have unique laws or restrictions for Halloween? That's crazy, right? Well, here are a couple. In Hollywood, silly string is prohibited on Halloween. You cannot dress like a priest on Halloween or any other day in Alabama. In Maryville, Missouri, women are not allowed to wear corsets. Then finally, in Walnut Creek, California, no one is allowed to wear a mask without a permit from the sheriff, even on Halloween. On to the 10th and final fact. The classic movie, Halloween, has an odd connection to Star Trek. The Michael Myers mask in the movie is actually an old Captain Kirk mask that was reconstructed to get the signature Michael Myers look that we know today. Halloween is right around the corner, and now you know 10 interesting facts about the holiday. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to increase your knowledge with more interesting fact videos. Have a happy Halloween!